So, what is my morning routine to get this authentic energy going? Hi everyone, this is Jen here from Authentic Energy, your transformation coach. Right, so I'm going to share with you guys quickly the 5 things I do in the morning to, get my body going and get energy flowing. It's actually very simple. It's something I've been practicing for the past couple months actually, thanks to my master, Eric Ho. So big shout out to Eric Ho for inspiring me to do these 5 things. Some of the things are actually from his suggestion, plus, a couple of the things I've been doing myself, but I really love how he puts everything into a structure so that it flows really well with me. Okay, so hopefully these 5 steps can really help you as well. I just finished my beautiful morning routine, so I thought to make this video with you guys. I got the yoga music going in the background and love it. This is my color of the day, green. Okay, so when I first wake up in the morning, what I do is motion. Okay, so what do I mean by motion? Any kind of movement. You can stand there and do a bit of a gentle stretch, or you can do your yoga movement, right? Whatever you guys practice, get into motion first. You gotta move your body. But by motion, I don't mean like very intense, rigorous exercise. Make sure you gently move your body first. You gotta relax everything, and that's when our body's still very tight. And so the whole point of getting your body into motion and getting into movement is to get the blood flowing. Okay, so I don't recommend high intensity workout, not first thing in the morning. Okay, so while I'm getting my body going, I actually have to make sure that I drink a glass of water. Okay, so what I drink in the morning is usually a aloe vera water, so it's really good for alkalizing the body. So I make sure I do that, as part of my motion, just a glass of water to cleanse and then get my body into motion. Okay, so what do I do after that? After motion, I focus on my breath work. I practice breathing. That's something that I haven't really been practicing since maybe a couple years ago, but recently, thanks to Master Eric Ho for inspiring me to work on my breath work again. So so that now that I'm practicing my breath work. So if you want to know more about how to practice breath work, make sure to comment below and I'll make another video about it. So step 2 is breath work. And after I finish doing my breathing technique or my breathing practice, I go into number 3. Number 3 is my favorite, visualization. That's right, you heard it right. Visualization, you can have a vision board that's like a physical vision board on an actual piece of cardboard with, all the images of the dreams and the desires you want in life. Have them all kind of stuck together as a collage. Or you can do what I do. I have a Pinterest board. You can go to Pinterest, the app, and open an account and download all the images which inspire you, which are very motivating for you, and they represent what you want in life, and have them together as a collage. And that's what I do. Okay, I look at it every day, but also apart from the visual, a tangible visual you can actually look at, I also close my eyes right after the breath work and visualize in my head. So when I'm visualizing my head, when I have my eyes closed, I actually remind myself, you have to feel as if you are in the moment already. So for example, if you want to win some award, right, like Nobel Prize award for example, and then you have to kind of visualize and really kind of create that moment in your head and feel as if feel that moment. Feel as if you have the award. You're holding the the award in your hand. You're making the speech. Your emotions. What are you feeling at that moment? Are you feeling in tears? Joy, and you wanna thank your parents and everybody who helped and supported you. So you have to really create that moment in your head, because once we create that moment and we put ourselves into the moment, it actually creates a lot of good emotions. So when we actually have really good emotions, it helps us manifest, that thing that we really want. So that is the visualization practice I do in the morning every day. Okay, so now let's talk about number 4. Okay, number 4 is also my favorite. That actually I personally have been practicing for the past 5 years. Is nourishment. Nourish. That's right. Nourish the brain and the body. So what I do in the nourishment phase is I actually go and make myself a breakfast smoothie. So a lot of you guys who have been following me for quite some time, you know that for morning I don't eat. I actually make myself a really yummy and nutritious smoothie, which is made up by different ingredients and smoothie mix and fruits and vegetables and different seeds and you name it. If you want to know more about how I make my breakfast smoothie, make sure to comment below and just write smoothie and I will give you my recipes. And some of you guys know that I wrote a ebook. I wrote a recipe book. So if you want to get access of that, you can actually type in recipe, okay, smoothies or recipe in the comment below and I will get in touch with you. And so the fourth step, nourishment, is so important because every day we are surrounded by toxin, and also a lot of times we don't really eat properly. We just putting whatever junk or whatever that's convenient into our body, right? And have you heard of the quote, you are what you eat? When we keep feeding our body with things that are not nutritious, we actually become malnutritioned. And as our body, as our health is deteriorating, it really affects our mental well-being too, right? So that's all connected. So nourishing my body, feeding my body with good nutrition is so important. And we're not talking about having like a large amount of food. You gotta eat like eggs, bacon, sausages, and beans, the traditional breakfast. No, sometimes you eat so much, but actually they don't give you that much nutrients. You see what I mean? Okay, I'm not gonna talk too much about nutrition here today. That's not what this episode is about. But if you do want to discuss more about nutrition and well-being, feel free to type in the comment. You can type in nutrition, so I know where you're tuning from and I know who you are and you want to talk about nutrition. I can make another episode about that. So after nourishing my mind and my body, I go to step number 5. Number 5 is doing my 5-minute journal. Okay, journaling, 5-minute journaling. So what do I mean by 5-minute journaling? All you need is just a couple minutes, 5 minutes maximum. And I have this book here and my beautiful pen from my friend Kimi. Big shout out to Kimi. This beautiful pen and this beautiful notebook. That is where I do my journaling. So every day I write a page, just 5 minutes. I write down, what happened to me the day before, or like random thoughts and things that actually inspire me, and also things I want to reflect on. So mainly this journal is for me to reflect on myself personally. It's more like it's not really internal dialogue. It's kind of like me doing counseling for myself. Okay, so I hope you guys are following. I know a lot of times we do the internal counseling in our head, right? What about if you actually put those thoughts onto paper? And of course, if it's something that's very private and personal to you, I suggest you to keep it in a very safe place. If you don't want anyone else to read it. It's kind of like the old day, journal where, you get a lock. So mom and dad or siblings can't really open and read it, but very often they get found and, they get to discover your deep dark secrets. Okay, right, that's not what I'm talking about. You don't really have to write your secrets here, but this is more for like reflection. And I found that when I start doing the 5-minute journaling in the morning every day, it really helps me clear my mind. And also, in terms of work and life productivity, it really boosts me like 10 times because suddenly all my reflections and also the thoughts and also what else, internalization is on paper, so that it actually helps me really make the message clearer and stronger so I don't forget. Have you ever had a moment where you have your own aha moment, like, oh my god, that is why, oh my god, you have those like aha realization moments in your head and you get so stimulated, so inspired, and then that pushes you to the next phase in your life? If you do, please type yes in the comment below. And what about you put those aha moments in your journal? And you can always go back to them. And once you write them down, it becomes louder and also it can actually make your life better, like more instantly, seriously. So now that I found myself more organized and also more productive, all because of this 5-minute daily journaling. So I want to give a big shout out to Man from Eric's team for inspiring me to do the 5-minute journal every day. Now that I found myself so much more like mentally tidied up. So thank you so much. All right, so did you guys get my 5 morning routine steps? So number 1, movement, motion. Number 2, breath work. Number 3, visualization. Number 4, nourishment. Number 5, journaling, 5-minute journaling. Okay, so I hope you guys got a lot of values out of today's episode, and I hope some of my steps can actually help you. You can go ahead and practice them as well, and type in a comment below if you have any questions, or just let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I would love to hear from you guys. So if you like this episode, give us a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because this year I am committed to making daily videos to inspire you to create the transformation you always wanted. Alright, so I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!